So basically step one, you're going to remove the plug. So again, this is your plug. You're going to pull the tray out. So go ahead and pull the tray out. Go ahead. Go ahead and pull the tray out. Pull from the end. Always pull from the end. Okay. And then remove the plug. Then you're going to insert the Vigo. So that arrow on the back of the package, just peel that back. Okay, and you can kind of just take it and like drop it in your hand. Just take it, flip it over, and you're going to drop it in your hand. There you go. All right, now again, do not remove anything. Nothing gets removed from the Vigo just yet. We need to keep everything intact when we put it in here. So you're going to remove button faces down. So turn it upside down. Turn it the other way. Other way. Flip. Adhesive, this side faces up. Okay. Yep. So this part here tucks in underneath it. Yep. Correct. There you go. And then push your tray back in. And I also say too, think of your tail. Your tail is going to stick out. Okay. So adhesive side faces up. Your tail is sticking out. Okay. So you're good. It's in. All right. So just go ahead and pick it up. Step 3 is to insert a vial of insulin if you don't already have one in here. But we already have one in here, so we're good to go. Step 4 is to pull the plunger up. So I'm just going to kind of show you here. So again, it shows you on here that the bottle of insulin is turned upside down and it's pushed all the way in. Then basically step 4 is to pull the plunger up. So they have the up arrow with the number 1. And then step 5 is going to be to push the plunger down, and that's with the down arrow where it shows number 2. So hold it up at eye level, so that way you can watch it. That way you can watch it drip in. So you're going to pull the plunger up. Okay. And then key thing here is to slowly push the plunger down. You don't want to push it too fast. You want it to, the insulin to drip in more versus stream in.
شوف إذا كانت اتملت ولا لا.
All right, so again, you always make sure that's pushed all the way down. Go ahead and push that all the way down. Okay. All right, then you're going to check the Vigo just to make sure it's completely filled. And if ever in doubt, you know, if you're not 100% sure, I feel like I'm not 100% sure it's completely filled up the top because I feel like there's a little line right there. But basically, if you're not 100% sure that it's filled up all the way, just pull the plunger back up. Just pull it back up and then just push it back down, and typically it'll fill the rest of the way up. I felt like there was a little bit of a kind of a line up at the top, so I couldn't tell if it was just like a bubble or if it just wasn't really filled up. Alright, so yeah, so okay, I think it was. Alright, so basically when you're done and it's filled all the way up and you've checked to make sure it's filled, just pull the tray back out. Remember, always pull from the very end on here. And then just lift that up. Just kind of lift it up. And then there you go. And then you're going to put your plug back in here. Again, the hole up at the top, again, the little piece is going to face down. You should be able to read remove before use and replace after use. But the hole is going to line up to that little top up there. We're going to put the plug back in. and then just push your tray back in. Okay, and then you just put it upright, and you can leave it at room temperature. Okay. All right. So now, you know, typically you clean your site with some alcohol. You know, that way give it some time to dry. Usually just say clean it with alcohol before we even start. Then the next step before we go to put it on is I need to remove this button. So it says remove. So I usually recommend to just put it flat on the table like this. You might put your hand down on one end for support and then pull that button straight out.
What's happening? It's happening a good thing.
Just pull straight up. There you go. All right, this gets thrown away. Then you're gonna basically just pick this up, and then you're gonna remove the adhesive. All right, you just pull from the